I think one of the most courageous things somebody can do, whether they're in business, entrepreneur, employee, whatever it is, they can actually leave their hometown and actually seek other opportunities and get out of the element and see what comes out of what's called the unknown. And that's exactly what Rebecca Heber did. Okay? She's a health and fitness professional, and she actually moved from Canada to Spain and actually is working remote, traveling, doing her health and fitness coaching business. We talk about how she actually involves self-love, showing up for herself, most importantly, how she got on fitness magazine covers, how she blew up basically her social media following, how she became a fitness influencer, and how she runs her business, all while traveling and living across seas. So if you're interested in that, check this interview out.
All right, Rebecca, Herbert, what is going on? How you doing today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're blessed. I'm actually heading out of town tonight with my girlfriend back to California to visit family and stuff. So it's been a hectic week for me. So today is going to be unquestionably just like challenging and just a long day, but it's a good day.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful there. How's the weather in California right now?
Right now, I think it's supposed to be like raining and kind of overcasted, so which sucks. But I mean, we'll make the best of it. But yeah, normally it's the weather's beautiful out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I had to ask, so you're in Spain right now, correct?
Yes, I'm here for 2 months.
Okay. And then what's the time difference? How many hours are you, like 6-7 hours from us?
I think it was 7 hours from where you are. So from where I'm from, like in New Brunswick, it's 5 hours. So it's
Gotcha.
5 o'clock right now.
Okay. And you're originally from Canada.
Yep.
Okay. So I want to open up just with a discussion around that. So why the move to Spain and what's going on in Spain?
Well, I've always been like a big travel person. I've loved going away multiple times per year. And then, so I did a lot of resorts, and I feel like I've done them for like 10 years. So whenever I got the opportunity to come to Spain, he's kind of like a mutual friend. He has been living here for a year, and he's like, you should come down and visit, and I can show you around Spain. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, but I'm going to be in Toronto first so we can meet, because we had never met in person. So he was like, let's meet in Toronto and just kind of like see if we hit it off. And so we did. And then I booked my first trip to Spain. That was in the end of December. So I was here for 3 weeks, and we did London, and we did Barcelona. And then I was back home for like 4 weeks, and then I've been here now for a week, and I'm here for 2 months. So I'm here basically he's my boyfriend now. We ended up really hitting it off.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then what are some of the things that are standing out? Because I mean, I can imagine that's a huge like culture difference coming from Canada to Spain. Like, what are you noticing?
Well, yeah, everyone's Spanish here, and I don't speak any, so it's been hard a little bit to communicate with people. But I'm learning like small, I guess, like the things that are going to get me by, like the main things I have to say. That's a huge culture shock because I'm not used to that. It's usually like you don't speak French and you can get by because you can say the main words. But so definitely the language, the temperature is beautiful. It's always like, especially because where I am, it's in southern Spain, so it's always warm here. So that's different. But yeah, it's like another thing is like I don't know anybody here except my boyfriend. So that's a huge change because I'm used to being around my friends all the time, my family. Yeah. So it's a huge change, but there's always stuff to do. There's always places to see. So you're never bored, or there's never any like downtime to be sad or missing people. It's always like go, go, go. So yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, that's going to give you like, not only an opportunity to get to know him, obviously, but also too, just like a tremendous like growth opportunity to challenge yourself, be out of your comfort zone and really kind of develop, right?
Absolutely. That's another thing why I wanted to do this was I feel like I hit a point in New Brunswick where I was like, hey, there's nothing else here for me. I feel like I need to see what else is in the world, reach more people in the industry too. So coming here, it wasn't because I was thinking about maybe moving to Toronto. This was kind of just like something that happened in the middle of all of that. But I'm glad it did because I feel like because I did the hot and fit, it kind of like it did reach more people in Canada. So now I've done that, and now I'm in Europe. So I'm hoping to reach more people in this area. So yeah, I think it's going to be really good for my business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. It's like you're gonna, find some sort of silver linings between all of it. So yeah, I mean, congratulations on it. That's a huge move. It's a scary move, and it's like what I like saying too. It's like you're going into like the unknown territory. But sometimes when you're going into unknown territory, that's the best territory because it's like kind of like a wide open thing where it's like you can learn so many things and you make the best of those situations. There's always going to be growth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about this too, Rebecca. I know I was doing some like research on you. So former massage therapist, and then you went into health and fitness coaching. So let's talk about that. Why did you stop doing that and go into health and fitness coaching?
Well, I was a massage therapist for 5 years, and then I was working with a chiropractor in a small town because it was called Shediac. And COVID happened, and we closed down for, I think it was 3 or more months. And in that time, I'd already taken my certifications for nutrition and personal training, and I'd already started taking clients on the side. So I was really busy with my massage business and with my online clients. So when I couldn't work as a massage therapist, I hired a marketer. I really put all of my attention into my online business. And then whenever I was able to go back to work, I had a decision to make. I was like, do you go back to massage therapy and make the money always stays the same kind of thing? There's no room for growth. And or keep doing what you're doing, keep building this online business, be able to travel freely. So I made a decision 3 years ago to let go of my practice and continue on with my online coaching business.
Nice.
Yeah. And then do you see yourself like ever going back like to doing massage in person or like doing a hybrid of it or something like that?
No, I absolutely love being a coach online. And I feel like the longer I do it, the more I'm obsessed with it and helping people in this way. It's definitely more my passion than physically helping people. Like I loved physically helping people. I loved it so much. But the fact that I can reach more people this way, I can be remote, that is like, it's more me, I think.
Yeah.
And I was going to say too, you mentioned, right, like that you're able to travel more and like have your online business, but was that an opportunity that kind of opened up for you to be able to start getting on like, covers of magazines and making those relationships?
I would say like, cause I've been in the online world for a while. Like I started doing this so long ago I had a coach and I was doing a lot of videos and stuff for him. And then they kind of let go of their online business. And then I started like really vamping up mine. So it's been like years now that I've been in like the online presence, but that magazine, it's definitely, I think it's because I've been so consistent with what I'm doing online that they were like, okay, like who is this girl? And then they understood like my story, where I was from, and they were like, let's take her on as our next girl for our hot and fit. And so it's just been amazing. Like it's everything, I guess, is paying off because I feel like I have been working really hard at being consistent online, and it's nice to be recognized by people like Hot and Fit.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like I guess like a follow-up question to that too, because that is interesting. It's like, right, you go from like massage therapist into coaching, and then it's like I want to know like what got you specifically wanting to coach people online. And then was that just part of the vision though? Like let's say the hot bikini opportunity to be on like, magazines and things like that. Was that part of the vision, or did that just kind of come along the way?
That just came along the way.
Okay.
For sure. Because I feel like at a younger, like when I was in my 20s, I was kind of like, I didn't really want to be, I guess, like modeling. I wanted to be more like an authority online. But it just kind of came along with it. And I feel like a lot of other people in like the kind of business that I'm doing, it's like we work hard, so we want to show off our work. So we do like the bikini stuff, and like we want to show people what we look like. So I find like it just like goes hand in hand with this kind of business. But I like having more of like that, like I want people to respect me for like my knowledge and like as a person rather than like what I look like.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just like a recent transition that I've been having.
I was going to ask you, sorry, man, but this is really good because like that could be something, right? That's a big thing, and to where somebody comes to your Instagram and they automatically have that perception where they're just like seeing all the pictures, right? But like, how do you kind of like break past that, like, I guess number one, how do you break past that like mentally? And then number two, how do you kind of like, show them differently to where it's like, no, it's not just like bikini and it's just not like all just like my body and stuff like that.
So I have this rule that I do 70% nurture posts, like really helping my clients. Like, what do my clients want to see? What does my ideal person that's on my page that I want to work with, what do they want to see when they come on my Instagram? So I try to post like 70% that, and then 30% it's like my personal stuff that I like to post, like once in a while, the bikini picture or the picture with my boyfriend or the picture with my dog. I find like just having that balance is like, for me, it's I guess like what I've been changing, because I feel like before it was more like the opposite. It was like 70% personal and then 30% nurture. But now I'm really like focusing more on what do people really want from me, and what do I want to give them, and how will they respect me? And it's giving them information. It's giving them things that they're actually going to learn something, and they're going to come back to your page and they're going to want to learn from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. And thanks for sharing that, Rebecca, because I mean, also too, I mean, there's a lot of like, other females that want to get into fitness coaching. They want to be a fitness influencer. That's like a trendy term too, but it's like, there's ways to go about that, and it's just like, you don't have to just, it doesn't always have to be about sex appeal. I get it. Like sex sells, both male and female. We know that, right? That's a great marketing, like tip and just way to do that. But I mean, you got to showcase like your education, your story, your interests, what's really like going through your mind, like your beliefs on certain things, so I appreciate you sharing that, because there's a lot of women that are probably getting into it and they're like, oh, I have to just post nothing but selfies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then let's talk about too, like coaching, right? I'm interested to know like more about like some of your coaching philosophies and concepts. So like when you're coaching your online clients, like really what is it that you do differently to help them get results?
So I find like how I set myself apart from a lot of the other coaches, I guess like that I've either worked with or that like that I know personally, is like I don't make my clients eat chicken and rice and broccoli. And I know a lot of people are make that transition, but I started that when I never ever did that to my clients, because I had a situation where that happened to me, and it made me have like this really toxic relationship with food. I thought I had to eat that way or else I wouldn't get results. And then I made the transition. I started eating flexible dieting.
Nice.
And it really, really worked for me. And then I was like, okay, how can I do this for my clients? So then I found like certain software that I could give them like these amazing recipes that I picked out, that I'm like, okay, I know my clients are going to like this. So I get these really great recipes for them, and I send them recipe-based meal plans. It's 100%. It's not restrictive. So like if they're like, I don't like this food or that food, and I really do like this one, I'll make sure that those foods are like, it all adds up for that specific person. So there's that. But I talk a lot with my clients about their mindset. And if somebody's saying, oh, like I gained a pound this week, and they'll be like super down on themselves, I always like reassure them that that's not fat that they gained. It's probably muscle. It could be water retention. I've been learning and like trying to get more knowledge about hormones. So I've been really like diving deep into that, because I work with a lot of women in their late 30s, 40s, 50s. And those hormones are like really, it's a huge factor in women's results, and like how they're progressing. So I'm always reassuring them, like, don't worry about it. Like I'm always like just like being that person that they need to give them some reassurance, somebody to check in with every week. And just recently I started doing different types of online coaching. So the more access you have to me, the more the price is. So like that's something brand new, because I feel like some people they need like that person with them every week, talking to them. Some people need it once a month. Some people need it every second week. So I've now customized that for that specific client. So, so that really helps with the client's results, because then they know how much access they have to me. I'm trying to think of something else that sets me apart. I think it's just like really focusing in on what my client is like. It's like, and everyone says like find your niche. It took me a long time to really like figure it out, but I feel like knowing what your audience is and knowing what the people that are watching you want, that really, really makes it easy to figure out what you need to tell your clients. So that helps too, like really listening to what they're saying and giving them what they want.
Yeah, and I love that, Rebecca. And what it sounds like to me is like that's why, like, I mean, Chris and I, we did this for a long time, health and fitness coaching. Our whole thing was flexible dieting, and really, what it comes down to, what it sounds like, what you're saying is like you're giving these people, you're helping them feel heard, understood, valued, and you're giving them hope, accountability, and certainty, right? With just like access to you with like more one-to-one coaching, you're giving them a great customer experience, and you're getting them results, and that's really what coaching is. Right. So let's just say for the listeners, right, like newbie coaches, I know there's a lot of coaches listening. So when you have clients that like come to you and they're like, Rebecca, like, oh, like I fell off the wagon. Like I'm not getting results, when they're lacking adherence. Like, what is something that you do to kind of snap them back into it?
I'll say something like, we all have off weeks. Sometimes we have an off month. It's all about how you think about it. And it's all about how you go about, like, how are you going to fix it? Are you going to keep stressing about what you already did? Because, like, is that going to change anything? No.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to just like move past it, move forward. You just need to focus on what the next thing is. So if that's eating at one healthy meal, or if that's just going for a walk, I find that I'm always reassuring people that it doesn't matter what you did. It's like what you're going to do to now, that is what matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say that a lot to my clients. And if they had like I guess it's more specific. They'll always like ask tips, like, what can I do for the bloating, and what can I do for this? And I find that it's always the same questions, and it's always like,
all right, just give me 1 second. We'll get back to the training. Okay. Now, look, if you are looking to enhance your content, if you're looking to really build what we call a content machine, okay, we have this awesome worksheet for you. So just check out the link below, and you guys can download this awesome worksheet where there's like 3 or 4 different type of like exercises in there. You guys can really roll out some brand new content for your guys' online audience, you guys' brand, your offer. Okay. Now back to the training.
but that's why that's why I figured out what my clients need. It's like, they need that mindset thing. They need that person to be like, it's okay. It's okay that you had an off week. And it's about just getting back on that horse and keep going.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah. One last point. Just, it's so crazy that, like, I mean, when you start working with so many people, you just, and you see the trends, that it's so much more than like an exercise nutrition program. Like, you could give anyone like this grand like plan of like this blueprint of how to execute exercise nutrition, but it's always something, a root problem of like a trauma, like a limiting belief. There's something that it's just holding them back, that's keeping them from adhering to that. And it's just crazy how that works.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah. I mean, just to kind of piggyback on that, were there any like kind of limiting beliefs that you kind of went through like in your fitness journey that really held you back, besides kind of like the eating or the bad relationship with food that you had from like an ex-coach?
I'm not sure. Not really. Like, I guess, like, because I did a fitness competition once, and I found that whole situation was like hard on my mental health, like when it came to like my relationship with food as well, just because eating like in those, like that restrictive diet for so long, and then rebounding after, because you eat everything you crave after, because like your body is such an. So I feel like that was like my hard place, like whenever in my whole fitness journey. And that's when I started, well, I had my coach for another year after that, when he was kind of doing like the reverse diet. And then after that, I kind of took my nutrition in my own hands, and that's when I took my online courses. And so so since then, like I don't struggle with anything. I feel like now I know exactly like what my body needs, and listening to my hunger cues and things like that, but also knowing, like, this is a big one that I tell my clients, is knowing your menstrual cycle and tracking that. And that has really changed my life, and it's changed a lot of my clients too, because people aren't aware of these side effects that are happening throughout the month, and they're like, why am I so hungry? And then they're so hard on themselves for eating the things that they're craving. But I'm like, you need to track that cycle, because if you don't, you're not going to understand what your body needs, and then you're just going to be upset with yourself when you shouldn't be. It's just yeah.
And that's the thing too, is like we used to work with a lot of females too when we coached, and like people don't understand when they get into like their fitness journey that it just takes a lot of time for you to like go through the reps and sets, whether it's training, whether it's your cardio, whether it's, habits, whether it's your nutrition. Like it takes a lot of time to get like in tune with your body, what works, what doesn't, all those type of things. So I'm glad you hit on that. But what I want to do is I want to actually switch gears now and kind of talk about more about like some mindset stuff, like what really prepares your mindset, right, to play offense, not defense. So what's I guess like what prepares you every single morning to really get in that mindset of like playing offense, like going to battle like with your business or yourself to really win the day?
Honestly, like my business, it comes very natural to me. I don't really feel like I have to work in my business. I feel like it's just like I wake up, like this is my routine. Like I wake up in the morning, I make my bed, I wash my face, and then I do 2 hours of work. And then I go to the gym and then I do some more work. But like for me, it's like the work is like answering emails and doing like newsletters and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just such a routine, and like my business is my lifestyle. So I'm literally taking videos and pictures of throughout my day, and then I'm sharing it. And then like if I'm doing emails with clients, I'll read the emails and I'll take out parts of the emails that are like I feel are things that will benefit my audience on social media. So if like somebody's like, I don't know, say it's a win. So they were like, I had a non-scale victory. I didn't lose any weight this week, but my pants fit better. Mm-hmm. I'll take that and I'll post that into my story and be like, look at what happened with my client. And this is how it happened. Mm-hmm. So like, I feel like this is all just like a part of like my lifestyle. Like, it's just kind of like, it happens so naturally for me. So I don't feel like I have to like prepare myself. I don't know if does that answer your question?
No, it definitely makes sense. Like for you, this is just like your lifestyle, right? And you have like a lot of meaning towards it because you're creating impact to where it's just basically, you don't look at this like as a job or, a to-do list or a task, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I always do, like I have in my notes, I do like Monday through Sunday, and then I'll do like my list of things that I have to get done. That is like my way to keep organized. I don't know if I think that's like.
No, that's good. Because I was going to actually ask you the next question. Do you have like systems in place like that keep you organized, that like allow you to what we call GSD, which is get shit done, like do more of that, like, so that's a good example of that. Do you have anything else like in place that like really keeps you focused and like organized and gets like more stuff done?
I would say that I just have Thursdays and Fridays and Sundays. Those are like my calls days and my check-in days. So that way, like the rest of the time, it's like I can go traveling, or I can do like more like freedom stuff, and then doing like content at the same time.
Yeah, and then I'm interested too about the content side of things, because Chris and I are huge on content marketing. We're always stressing that to like our coaches about like being content marketers and really batching things up and really taking that serious. So like, how many hours do you put into like your content marketing, and even like, do you have any good strategies like time blocking, like batching it up type of stuff?
Eric lies. He doesn't even put that much content out.
I would say I would take maybe like an hour a day to like build something like a TikTok or a reel. But I feel like it's like I just do content throughout the day, like all day. I'll take a picture of my food all day. I always do that every single day. It's just like a part of like my routine. And then I'll do like what I eat in a day, or like I'll just like mix it up, and I'll try to do something educational with the stuff that I'm doing. Like try to like, instead of saying like, this is what I eat in the day, I want to say like, this is what I eat on a date night or something like that. To show like I'm eating this kind of food in the day, and then I'm eating the frozen yogurt or the ice cream at night. But yeah, I don't really have like a strategic plan in place for my content. I used to, and I hired marketers in the past to help me with that stuff. But honestly, it didn't help me, because I really feel like that's not me. Like whenever I had marketers, like I felt like it was not my voice. So now I'm just like, I do a lot of like, I'll just talk about a certain topic underneath a picture. But I feel like I should be doing more content like on YouTube. I was on YouTube, but got off of it. I should be back on it.
Yeah. Or start a podcast.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, it's a lot of work.
Maybe someday. I don't know.
Yeah, but it is important though. I was gonna say it is
Sorry.
important though. Like, it's important that you do have like some sort of long form content too, whether it's like YouTube or like, podcasts, because like all the short term stuff's good too, but people want to just like hear you conversate about a topic for a long time or something like that, which is YouTube or a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. I think you guys motivated me to do it.
Inspired you.
Inspired me.
We'll follow back up in like 2-3 months. Be like, hey, did you start that YouTube channel? Did you start that podcast?
Yeah, I should.
I'm just messing with you. I want to talk about an Instagram post that you made too, Rebecca. You said you need to show up for yourself. I really like that. So can you just elaborate on that? Why do you need to show up for yourself? Or why does one need to do that?
Because nobody else is going to show up for you. You have to, if you have a goal in place and you know that that's what you want to do, you have to take those steps to do it, or else it's not going to get done. So it's just like having a plan and following through with it, writing it down. It's just showing up for yourself. So basically just being there for yourself, because really at the end of the day, if you're not showing up for yourself, like nobody else around you is going to be able to be, you can't make anybody else happy if you're not happy. So showing up for yourself will completely destroy this.
No. I know where you're going with this. And I agree, because it's like, I always say too, it's like, there's not a knight in shining armor and a white horse is going to show up and save you. Like, they're not going to save you. No one is, right? No one's coming to save us from anything. So it's like, if we don't sit there and step up and take action, it's like, who else is going to do it? And at the end of the day, it's like we're only as good as we were yesterday. So it's like every day is a do-over. It's like we need to get up regardless of what happened the day before, the week before, the month before. And it's like we need to be relentless and take, that relentless action and to, get better and better.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's see. I want to talk more too about, like, this is a question that we usually throw out like towards the end, and it's a little bit deep. So if you had 5 years to live, Rebecca, what is like something you would stop doing?
What would I stop doing?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like, it's going to sound like terrible because I'm an online coach, but like, I feel like I do spend way too much time on my phone and not enough time with like people doing things. Like, I know I'm here in Spain and we've been doing a lot, but I still feel like I'm always on my phone, always taking pictures, always making content. So if only I had 5 years left, I would probably just stop everything when it came to my business, because I would want to be, unless I could just do like a little bit, like if I could help people more in like a more impactful way, and then just doing that for like an hour. And then, but like, I really feel like it'd be just being able to just explore, being more present and with what I'm doing. Yeah. And so, but I'd be traveling, bring my mom here to Spain, show her the world.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean though. It's like tough, just like, staying off these things, you know what I mean? Like, I feel the same way at times, where it's just like always on it, but I have like a shut off time basically at 7:00, where that's where I'm present with my wife. We cook dinner, and it's hard though, because there's still times we're there, and I'm like looking at my phone, I want to go check it and stuff like that, so I get what you're saying. Like, do you have like do you have like a system in place where you put the phone away after a certain time or anything like that?
Well, I used to when I was home, because of the time, like my time zone was the same as most of my clients, but here in Spain, I'm 5 hours ahead or behind, no ahead. So all of my clients are like still messaging me at 10 o'clock because it's only 5 o'clock there. So I can't really turn it off here, which is a little bit tough. I'm still trying to find like a good balance with like how I'm going to make it work. But since I've been here like 10 o'clock, I can't be on my phone anymore because I'm going to sleep. But I do notice like I don't have that like good balance right now, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. So before we, I was going to ask you actually this, like, what is next? What's next for you, like going forward? Like, what is it, like any big goals this year that you want to accomplish, or just like in the next couple of years?
Well, right now I'm working on my visa to move here. Okay. So I'll be I want to just continue doing what I'm doing, online coaching, but I want to just reach more people. I want more one-on-one coaching clients. So that's kind of been my goal lately, but that's pretty much it. Like, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing right now. I don't really have any like main goals or like any like set expectations, because I feel like my world is so just crazy right now with like this big move that I'm doing. It's insane. But I'm hoping that I can stay here for at least a little while and maybe buy a property here, and then just continue doing my business the way it's going, and we'll see. But things have just been coming at me lately, and it's just funny how it happens like that. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I don't have any expectations, but I'm just going to roll with it and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
cool.
awesome. I was gonna say like not the goal isn't even to be like come fluent in Spanish.
Oh yeah, that's I'm like, I'm from a French place of New Brunswick. It's very French, and I don't speak French. So I'd say I would be lying if I said that I would learn fluent Spanish.
Yeah, gotcha. I mean, there's always a Rosetta Stone.
I know. Yeah, I should download that.
No, the best way is get a tutor or something like that there.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was talking to my boyfriend about that earlier today. I guess there's a place close to here that you can go, and people that want to speak English, we all go to this place and we can help each other. So I'm thinking maybe we'll start doing that and just getting to know people, make some friends.
Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, before we ask the last question, Rebecca, like I want to take a moment to just acknowledge you and just say thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming on our show. Thank you for your time. Just thank you for sharing all this stuff, your wisdom on coaching, and just your story as well too. I appreciate that. So, what is your definition of living a dynamic lifestyle?
Dynamic lifestyle. I'm not even sure. So what do you mean by that, dynamic lifestyle?
Like, what does it mean to you to live like a dynamic lifestyle? What does that mean to you?
So dynamic lifestyle, I think it'd be like, is it kind of like the lifestyle that I'm living right now, where it's like I'm traveling and like, okay.
Yeah, it could be like some of your like your values, your philosophies, like what you stand by, everything.
That's a hard question. So I feel like so I don't know why I'm blanking right now. I don't know. I'm just
you're living the dynamic lifestyle right now.
Yeah. So I guess I've never like thought of it like that. So I guess like everything in my life that has brought me to this point has made me appreciate everything. And like, I feel like I guess I just had to like listen to like what I really, really wanted, and like never settling, and like making sure that I did what felt right in my heart. And so it's like being able to travel and being able to run this business and just being happy with everything that I'm doing, and I guess not letting other people's opinions bring you down or like make you change your mind. I'm not really sure.
That's I love that. And that is like a definition of a dynamic lifestyle. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
And then, where can the listeners like connect with you and just follow everything you're doing?
On Instagram is where I do a lot of my online business stuff. So you can find me on Instagram, which is Rebecca Herbert Fitness. On my website, it's all of my programs, and I have a free recipe book on there. So it's Rebecca Herbert Fitness, Rebecca Herbert Fitness. And there's going to be a 8-week challenge starting soon. So if you guys want to check that out, that's going to be announced on Sunday. So I do those every 2 to 3 months, and they are amazing because they help people start their lifestyle, like a healthy lifestyle. It's just like kind of like that, like stepping stone. I give them a lot of mindset coaching and things like that. And then, so it's like 6 or 8 weeks, they get incredible transformations. And then after that, they have the tools they need to continue on their journey without even having extra coaching. I find that these these programs are amazing for like, it's like people think of like a challenge as like a quick fix, but this is like it's like that stepping stone into your healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then you get the tools so that it's not like a fad diet where you lose weight and then you gain it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. And we'll have all that linked up in the show notes as well too. So guys, go follow Rebecca, go check out what she's doing. She's doing some cool stuff. So once again, Rebecca, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you. And yeah, just, cheers to more success going forward and just that smooth transition, from the big move.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Rebecca.
you so much. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, guys, until next time.
All right, my hope is out of this conversation, you got one nugget that really shifted your mind or broke a false belief to show up for yourself, take action, and try something else out in the unknown, okay? Now what I want you to do, now that you have the nuggets on how to run a health and fitness coaching business, watch this video right here. We teach you 6 new ways on how you can build a 6-figure business in your health and fitness coaching business.